Nobody warned me how hard this journey was gonna be. Nobody tells you what actually happens in life. Nobody tells you what to expect, what to see, really what kind of battles you're going to really face. Because the battles that everyone talks about, you just let it slip through your mind. They say that heartbreak is gonna hurt you. They say that getting money is gonna be the hardest things in the world. They say that you have to love God or you're gonna be lost. What everybody has been saying has been a warning, but not so visibly. It's a warning in disguise. Because nobody told you, warned you, really exclaimed their point to tell you how hard this journey is gonna be. You don't understand it until you experience it firsthand. Until you're put into a life or death situation. Or you're put into a situation where you have no choice. Either you have to learn something, either you have to walk away from something, or either you have to put money on the table. And it's never, ever something that you can actually try and predict. You can try and guess when you're gonna have that battle, when you're gonna have to deal with it. You cannot guess what's meant to happen. You cannot think in that way to guess how your life's gonna play out. Because it is what you know, how you choose to deal with the situation, and how exactly you mentally prepare for it. Because most things we do, we can't control it. We can't control how everything in life affects us, but we can control our mentality. We can control our actions. We can control the controllable. So that's why being stoic and having the stoic mentality is incredibly important. Because you need to be able to take in that emotion, take in that loss, accept your situation, and then see that the best move that you can do is to do nearly nothing, but to do what you have to do, but to do what is required to do, but to let everything else play out other than your controlled actions. Because nobody ever warns you how hard this battle is going to be. You have to fight off sin every single day to flee from the terrible things of this life. Nobody tells you how lonely you're going to be. You're not trying to impress anybody. You're not trying to chase anybody. You're not trying to live for all these temporary pleasures. But it's hard, isn't it? I wonder why it's hard. Because everyone is so comfortable. It's hard. And nobody ever said it was easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would have the lifestyle and life that they want. But it's not easy. That's why you're considered the 1%. You're considered the chosen people. But nobody ever tells you how to deal with life the best way. Because there's no best way. Everything you fight, all the obstacles, the hurdles, everything you do is going to be different than another person. Sure, there are some similarities sometimes, but everything is different. And nobody tells you I'm going to repeat it again, because nobody actually warns you how hard it's going to be. Because if you're a person that looks at life with passion, with obsession, if you are a person that looks at life with obsession, then you are a person that cannot sit down, that cannot just breathe and waste their time, because you are a person that wants more for themselves, that feels obligated to win in everything that they do. So being that type of person, you're going to have harder battles. You're going to deal with the harder things in this life. Yes, you're going to be lonely until you're meant to have your future partner. Yes, you're not going to have many friends because you've learned so many things to the point where you feel you've matured. You feel that you've outgrown some people. And that's okay, because people grow. And some people stay where they are. Don't blame them. Don't try and get them out, because nobody's truly going to listen. All you can do is warn them and then let them be. That's what my philosophy is. Nowadays, just stick to yourself, keep your head down, and focus, because everyone else is trying to do their own thing. They're focused on their own life. They're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about what's best for you. They're not thinking about how to make you rich. They're not thinking about how you feel. They're not thinking about how they can retire your family. No. They're thinking the same thing for themselves. It's like free for all. Everyone's for themselves. So the best you can do for yourself is to be selfish, to be greedy. Yes. That's what I've learned. That's what the truth of everyone's life is, right? Yes. But some people don't think about life that way. Some people think about life like, oh, they have to have fun. They have to enjoy everything. They have to enjoy life before it's done. They have to enjoy the parties, the drinking, the vaping, the smoking, the lust, the hookup culture, the drinks, everything, right? So, you're different already. By just dreaming, you have something in your mind, in your vision, that you're going to have a mission and goals and something to accomplish, then yes, you are different. Because not everyone's thinking about how they can help their family, how they can be financially free, how they can be smarter inside, even though they don't have all the talent, all the knowledge, yet we can learn. We can spend the time to learn, to absorb information, because all we are technically just sponges. Our mind are sponges. We take in everything we see, everything we feel, everything we know comes from every past experience. But nobody, really nobody, teaches you the right way. All these people selling courses, all these people selling their life away, their soul away, whatever it is, they don't understand what they're doing. What they're doing is selling a false reality of their course to helping people, to thinking they're helping people, yet only bringing people down by taking their money away from them. It's kind of sad to see, but I'm glad that people are trying at least, right? Because maybe 1 in 10 of them courses could be beneficial. But I know that every single course from those gurus at least have something in common. They are taught by people who are ambitious. They are taught by people who have a good mentality, a good mindset, because they believed in themselves to sell something to somebody. They believed in themselves that they could teach somebody something. Because not everybody is going to understand. Not everybody's going to look at you the same way. Not everybody's going to look at life the same way that you look at life, right? It's quite literally right. Because the way that you look at life isn't that boring, you know? It's not that boring because what you're chasing for is the real dopamine rush. But it only happens, the real dopamine rush only happens once you spend many years perfecting your craft, perfecting what you need to do to succeed, to win. You perfect what you do. You perfect your action. And then you have that dopamine rush for the rest of your life. And you can live fulfilled. But it's not only that. Because if you live for only this world and only what this world can give you and only for that dopamine and only for your success, then you failed in life. Because what Allah has taught us is that this life is all temporary, and everything that you're doing is a test for this afterlife. Our afterlife is either in hell or heaven. So everything you do here, it counts. Okay? Being a kind person, it counts. Forgiving people, it counts. Praying, it counts. Everything counts. Okay? I want you to remember that no matter how hard you're working, if you don't praise God, don't praise Allah, you are not going to succeed in any way. Mentally, in happiness, in peace, in clarity. No, never, ever without God. He should be your core foundation and the only thing that you're chasing besides your work. God first, and then everything else. God first, and everything else. Okay? Stoic Tang here. Late video, but I hope something helped you today. Because nobody really warns you. Peace out.